let's talk about her light normals. Stand jab, crouch jab, stand short, crouch short. Alright, so stand jab plus 4 on hit, crouch jab plus 3 on hit. You mainly use stand jab for her pressure, and also for a combo into standing light kick. You can also combo from crouching jab. Like that. The main combo startup. Use it from her cross up and everything. Crouching jab is a 3-frame normal. You can also combo it from a counter hit. This is like her main tool in wake up, just wake up 3-frame. Okay, get the idea there, and yeah, that's the main point of her jab, it's just main combo tool. Now, for her light kick, very important button. 4-frame button, and it has a lot of reach. Mainly use this to buffer into Shoryuken, the medium Shoryuken. From a range, let's say if your button doesn't reach in time or something like that, like this, then you can interrupt people with the standing light kick. It's very good, and it's also really good at countering lows. Like that. It's like one of her best footsie tools. It's good for just whiff punishing in general, let's say. Like that. Very good. I get the idea. Use that, and her light kick can only be comboed into her crouching light punch. Can't use the standing jab unless you have counter hit on. But if you have it, if it's not a counter hit, then it won't work. But yeah, this is her main combo after a crouching light kick. It's like a lot of characters in the game. Also, they're only like low combo starter. Try for a little forward, of course, but now her standing medium punch, main frame trap button, +7 on hit, +3 on block. I can link into her back fierce. Thing is, you have to use it really close because you just can't reach. You have to do it really close. Like, this is her main frame trap, standing strong. And then you can like make people guess. You can pressure people with it. However you want to, as long as you save normals after. Let's see. Um, Crouching medium punch. +1 on block. +5 on hit, so you can actually connect it into a standing light. Like that. And on block, since it's +1, of course, you can't, it's not a real block string at this point. Like, say if I put the dummy to guard recover with a 3-frame normal. And then I just get traded. Let's say I use a 3-frame. Well, it can still be used as a pressure normal, but you just have to not press anything other than jab afterwards, or unless a 3-frame repeated. Now, you can use this move at a distance compared to standing medium punch. And you can bait someone from throwing a normal out with the whip punching it. Let's see. Her heavy punches. Standing heavy punch. Good little footsie. You can also buffer it into heavy Shoryuken for more damage. Can be used as a shimmy. Like that. Yeah, that's the whole point for her immediate, or no, her standing heavy punch. Now, on counter hit, for standing strong, you can link into that. And of course, her main combo tool after the standing strong is the back heavy punch. And that can link into a 50-50 with her heavy top two. Let's see, crouching heavy punches are anti-air normal. Very basic and common with a lot of characters. You can also cancel it into whatever after you successfully land it, and you can go for something like that. That's her main anti-air. And counter hit back fierce. This is really important. If you're at, of course, at a range where you can actually counter somebody's footsie normal, you can go for something like that. Or you can go for a mix-up after the counter hit. Because after the counter hit back heavy punch, then you can go for anything. like that. And then you can go for any mix-up you want. Nope, doesn't work. It's more common. But her main crush counter, or her main counter hit max damage combo would actually be her down heavy kick. Down forward heavy kick is her max damage. However, this move doesn't reach all the way. Like, if you're too far away for the punish, then you go for her crush counter heavy punch. Now, if you're playing footsies, and this move, this somehow hits and you're not aware that that will hit, it's best to buffer her light Tatsu after this, so then you can like follow up with her light DP. Let's see. Try to use this in footsies. Right there. You can beat the medium footsie. Just if you time it correctly. Just have to find the appropriate range to connect your juggle. Just like that. And it depends on what footsie they're going to throw out in the neutral. Let's try another footsie that Bison has. I throw out my crush counter before him, and then mine will win. And again, this all depends on the normal they throw out, so this is a pretty useful normal. It's like there. Now, let's see her medium kick. She has 3 different medium kicks, of course: stand, crouch, and overhead. Which, standing medium kick is good for a little frame trap, but on block, of course, her turn is over. It is +1 on block. On counter hit, you can actually combo into it. And this is mainly a frame trap button just to stop people from jumping at her, which I'll demonstrate that right now. Guard recovery. I'm gonna jump forward. Let's see. Put guard on. It stops people from jumping. Even jump backwards, I think, as well. It stops you from jumping. Right there. And it's also very good for V trigger canceling. We have a lot of hit. We have plus 13 on hit out of this. And on block, this move is +1, but I see the V trigger activation on block. Complete frame trap. You can go for any mix-up. It's plus on block, so this is like your main tool for V trigger canceling because it's a complete frame trap. Now low forward. This button's pretty good. It's decent. You can buffer it into heavy DP. Also light Tatsu. You have to make sure if the opponent's standing, and you make sure to buffer into heavy DP or light Tatsu, just to be safe. This is the safer option with the light Tatsu. But if they're a little too far, they might not connect in certain scenarios, but this move should always connect. Let's see. Yeah, the overhead. First, it's minus on block, just like every other overhead in the game. Nearly all of them are. -7. Yikes. So, this move, good for closing out rounds, and they follow it up after a forward throw. And of course, if you're just mixing up your pressure like this, then you can use it every once in a while. Don't use it too much because it's minus. No. Heavy kick. Standing roundhouse, pretty good footsie. However, it can be jumped on if you just if you abuse it too much. If you just take advantage of this way too much, then you can get jumped on. Like and then like the medium kick, this move can be jumped in between strings. Right there. You jumped away from me. It won't work with the medium kick though. Like right there. It's a little too slow. But this move is -4 on block, so you have to space it. Use it too close, then it's no good. I get punished. However, if I space it correctly and they try to press the button, I could possibly punish them. And this is her main crush counter tool. Like they use in footsies. Sort of like in the Cali. And you can connect into her lights on dash. Now for her down forward heavy kick. This move is another frame trap that's +2 on block, +3 on hit, so that means you can connect into crouching jab. On counter hit, if you manage to get a counter hit on it, and of course that's her max damage. You know, this move, usually you should only use it on people's wake-ups. And it's not used as a footing normal. It's a frame trap on people's wake-ups. So, let's see if, get a knockdown. That's the only time you should ever use it. You can't just use it like willy-nilly. Use it on the knockdown. You just have to time it correctly. Since a lot of people, well, they're unfamiliar with her frame data for this move, it's you know, it's minus, or no, +2 on block, so. Right there, he tried to do a 3-frame normal. Well, moving on from there, her throw. Forward throw, can't get much off of it. You can only go into a roundhouse kick or a forward medium kick overhead. And back throw, we can't really get much off of it either, unless you corner him. You can go for something more like, a little more tricky, instead of just a roundhouse kick. Let's see if you get it back throw in the corner and you have more knockdown advantage here. Let's see. Talk about her V skill. Her V skill should only be used in combos, really. Yeah, from B trigger activation. It's the only time you should use it. Well, you can use it against fireballs if you preemptively know it's coming and you can space the kick version away. It's really telegraphed, so you can't just use this in the open. Other than the other, just a regular jump. But this move should only be used like if you want to just trick people. Like I know that it can be useful against knockdown. Like there, she has a grab version that stops people from standing once when they rise up from the ground. And this version, the punch version, actually stops people from crouching. So it beats crouching characters. So if I make the opponent crouch, then they're forced to stand. But on block, it is -2. Yeah. You can't follow up anything if it's blocked. And the grab version will whiff on crouching characters, and on standing characters it will hit. And you can cancel V skill from her charge fireballs. Which, you know, if you manage to successfully get a knockdown, then you can go for a setup like that. And it's good if on back roll opponents, say like this. It's a good little setup, like charge the fireball, go in, and then you can go for, let's put the opponent after first attack, then they guard. Oops. Which I know that it's not really a real setup, but and that's like the only opportunity to use that charge fireball into V-skill cancel. Mentioned V-trigger, you can actually V-trigger 1, you can connect her V-skill after the uncharged fireballs. Let's change the V-skill, or V-trigger. Like that. It's the only time when if they're blocking during this. Then you can possibly go for a flame trap after. Like right there. The only problem is this setup, if you already commit to it, then the opponent can jump and air to air you. You have to be careful about that. Now, go back to her V-trigger 2. Let's see. With V-skill. The V-skill punches you can go for if you don't want to go for the damage just yet. Because this gives you a guaranteed melee setup afterwards. And then you can go for your frame traps from there. Oops. That's a good, easy wall carry. Just have to time them correctly. And it's even good if it's not, if the opponent's not cornered. It's a good wall carry. So that's her V-skill. Her V-skill kick is actually negative, I forgot to mention. If you don't space it properly. It's pretty minus. It's -6 if you do it way too close. You have to space it like right where her legs are. That is too high up. And you should be safe. And on hit confirm, you can actually combo just like a regular jump. Just like that. Just that combo. And just at the tip of her foot. Go for something like that. Yes, I don't really recommend the V-skill outside of V-triggers. But, if you have any cheeky setup like this, like, again, the charged fireballs should only be used, after a knockdown, if your opponent's kind of far away, or if you're just at a safe range, because the charged fireball, it just leaves her open to get jumped on. Of course, if you use this version, but this fireball, she's open on the ground. So you guys have to pick your distance when to use the fireball to follow it up. Okay, I talked about her V-skill. Yeah, just talk about her special moves, which I talked about some of her fireballs. Her light one recovers the fastest, but travels not as far as the others. Which is also pretty good for baiting people to jump or do something, because it doesn't travel all the way. For instance, if Bison misses that, and it gives me an opportunity to punish him. If I can do this right. Yeah, not punishing it right. Like, I caught it that time, but yeah. He might not absorb the fireball because it doesn't reach him. And you can kind of go for a bait there. And it's also, since it recovers the fastest, you can go for an anti-air if they try to jump in. The medium one, it travels a little bit farther than the light one, but it recovers a little bit more. So like at the appropriate range layer here, it's good to do a medium fireball. And the light one's, you know, good for just baiting people to jump in at her, or to do an anti-projectile. And of course the heavy one goes full screen, but it recovers the slowest. So you just have to use this pretty much full screen, or it get all knocked down for the fireball medium. Now, let's see, her EX fireball is actually safe on block, and it causes knockdown. And from there, you can do the EX. Sure you can, if you have 2 bars. That's really only you should use it in the corner. It's easier to connect. EX fireball. Right there. It's safe on block too. +1. So I can still do pressure afterwards. And similar to reuse fireball. You know, since it causes knockdown, then you can go for a reuse. And the thing about her regular fireballs is that they might not connect after a low forward. Like right here, it doesn't connect to a retreat combo, unless it's really close. And if it's too far away, of course it won't connect. I recommend after the low forward block string, you go for a light top two, because that would usually connect instead of the fireball. Now, of course, yeah, it doesn't really connect, no matter which one you use at a far range. Let's see if they're crouching. It'll make a difference. Okay, it makes a difference if they're crouching. Yeah, it makes a difference if they're crouching. After standing, that's the main reason we want to open them up with a fireball that's safe on block, but however, you know, it is good to use just the light Tatsu. It's only -2, so in that scenario, it'd actually be more useful than just the fireball, because it doesn't connect all the way unless you use the EX on the max space. Then you can go for a meaty. Yeah, I forgot to mention that this meaty, the down forward heavy punch, or heavy kick, can actually be comboed. Like it's counter hit. I messed that up. Damn it. Nope. Right there. That's all with her fireballs. Oh yeah, the Tenko Hadouken. Anti-air, if you preemptively use it, you can't use it if they're too close to a jump. Let's make the opponent jump in. So you'll hit out of the air if I'm at the right range and it's at the right time. Then you can follow up with this, or you can the medium one or the light one. But it just depends on where you're standing. Like right here, it's good for medium DP. It doesn't really matter which Tenko Hadouken you use, they're all the same. Except for EX, of course. Gives you more time to juggle. Right there. Now, if, like I said, if... let me just let him do a different jumping. Here's that one instead. So yeah, I just used it too late and it just didn't work. It doesn't hit like a dragon punch would. I had to do it preemptively. And also for an anti-air for EX DP and her light DP. Preemptively. If you use it too late, then you can get stuffed. Look for anti-airs. There's a summer for anti-airs. It doesn't really work all the time. I recommend using the down heavy punch. Yeah, super also anti-air. Again, about the Tenko Hadouken, good for a crush counter, heavy punch combos. Yeah, another neat trick if you use trigger 1. A crouching heavy punch into Tenko Hadouken combos like this. Yeah, that's one use for another use for Tenko Hadouken. Alright. Yeah. Also, the sample combo the game gives you is right here. And for a charged fireball, gives you 3 hits. You can connect it to anything you want. It's good for following up. It's kind of sort of similar to Guile. Like on block. Let me see on block. How much this does. What are you telling me, huh? You can still frame trap people. And follow it up. I said similar to her regular fireball. Which, her regular fireballs actually recover pretty quickly. It doesn't matter which button you press here, they're all the same in V trigger 1. It's actually -1. Let me see. Oh, you can still frame trap people in that scenario. Just have to watch out. Let's do a heavy fireball. I forgot to mention her charge fireball can also be comboed into the EX Tatsu. Be comboed into anything after that. Let's see, the main use for V-Trigger 1, right here, is to connect into a fireball and then follow it up with a medium Tatsu, or medium Shoryuken. And then from there, then after the knockdown on the DP, then you can set up another fireball. Like that. Like that. And even if you don't get the follow-up DP, like, this can be another meaty setup if you want. If you want to go for the setup, another setup you can. Let's see here. Yeah. After, you know, the confirm here, you know, she can go for any mix-up. Like, go for her V-skill cancel after the fireball into her 3 mix-ups. Or no, 3 follow-ups after the V-skill. Oh yeah, and this thing. This is +6 on hit, so you can actually connect like that. It's another frame trap recursion, we trigger one only. It's going to be used as a frame trap or just a footsie. Which it pushes herself back a bit so it can space herself away from footsie range. Of course, if you use it too close, then it's going to beat. It can be used as a footsie. That doesn't work. Like, it has some active frames on it, so it can actually still... You just can't use it, like, in people's face. Unless it's, of course, on knockdown. That does not work. It won't really connect if it's too far away on hit. If you're at the right range, make him do another button. Not that one. Yeah, but her other buttons are better for whiff punishing than that move. But it is also another good meaty option, and also it's a combo tool too. So, put him in the corner. Right there. That works. And another one. And yeah, of course, this can also be V-skill cancelled too. Let me see if this setup works too. No, that doesn't work. Let me see. It can be V-skill cancelled as well. So we combo like that, like this. Let's see. And on knockdown. You can use it as a meaty. Just like her other meaties like this and that. Be the same way. And also, yeah, this move goes through fireballs too. Make the dummy do this. It absorbs one hit. Not the best, but it's anti-projectile just for one hit. It's gonna be trigger 2. First would be trigger 2. Same with her other footsies, it makes it a lot more dangerous for her standing short cancel into Tatsu. And of course it's really easy damage here. You just need to try to hit confirm the Tatsu into the V-skill combo. Let's say if you're almost running out of V-meter. I almost run out of V-meters onto this, and you have one left. And here you can combo into EXTP. Or just regular DP. Or you can do that. Let's say if they're not in the corner. And the Tatsu won't reach, but you can go for a dash up DP. Alright. So, oh wait, I did talk about her dragon, but no I didn't. Light DP, of course, her anti-air, and it's also her combo ender. It's the fastest one. It can combo after the EX Tatsu. And the EX Fireball. In the corner only. Medium one is the most used for combos and for, you know, for light. And the heavy uppercut is the only one you can actually do true meaties out of. Because even off of the normal getup and the back getup. And you can follow it up with a normal and a meaty. Unlike the other Shoryukens that make the opponent go too far away. I can't do anything else except for a longer reach normal. Or a fireball. Now, the EXDP, of course, is a reversal, and you have to watch out because it makes it go forward a bit so neutral jumps can stop it. You can get baited just by getting neutral jumped. It's also for reliable anti-air. Against jumps, of course, and anything else. And her V-Trigger 2, sure you can actually hit like an actual DP. It hits invincible on airborne opponents. Let's see. And the EXDP down. You can connect only a little bit after. You can get true immediate out of it. For instance, right here. And let's see. See the meaties that don't work after EXDP. Yeah, it's not on. Duh. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't work. Against 3 frames. Trying to press a button after a dash. This does not work. Actually, yeah, that one did. I timed it correctly. Yeah, there we go. Let me try pressing the medium punch. Yep, that works. Ow. There we go. And I talk about here the Tatsus. Light one -2 and the heavy one -2. Heavy one gets you to a 50-50 restand, so you can just go to any of her mix-ups afterwards on hit. And on block, of course, you have to wait your turn, because from there, the opponent, you just have to block. So, same with the light Tatsu. And light Tatsu on counter hit can be followed up by a crouching jab. Right there. But yeah. You just have to wait your turn if they block the Tatsu. Same with the heavy one. The medium one is the most unsafe one. This is only good for combos only. Like for her max damage, medium Tatsu into crouch jab DP. But yeah. This Tatsu actually can go over lows as well. It doesn't have as much range as I'd hope it would, but it still gets the job done. You can go over certain lows. And of course, the heavy one is the most useful one. Especially on hit, because then you can go for any mix-up when it comes to a frame trap, throw, or a gimme. Now let's put the dummy on guard after first attack. Now, of course, the 3-frame button will stop my throw attempt. But, you know. It won't stop, of course, the frame trap standing strong. Let's see. Okay, that's her Tatsu. So I got the EX Tatsu. Very good. Very good. It can get comboed after her medium button. And the corner carries, and you can go for a meaty afterwards. So this is a very good special. And it's only -2 on block. And it's her combo tool in the corner. Yeah, this is a very good special move. It's very strong in my opinion. And of course, if you're away from the corner, you can also go for another setup with the fireball. if you want. And right here, and you can, you know, freely follow up. Oh yeah, her jumpins. First cross up, light kick. Medium kick can cross up only if it's like really close and if you're not crouching. It whips on a crouching character. Actually, no, it doesn't. It usually does. It depends. But a little bit too far from them, then it won't hit. I recommend just using the light kick version. But the medium kick is her longest range jump-in horizontally. So this is very good at max range for her jump. You can combo into those staying short. Of course, her heavy kick's pretty good. It's similar to Giles. It's like her main one. Jump heavy punch is kind of the same thing. Jump medium punch is her juggle. So you can juggle into light tatsu, so you can do that as well. Jump jab, it's pretty universal. It works like every other jump jab, anti-cross up, and yeah. See if it works as an overhead. I don't think it does. It's not like Giles. Nope. He doesn't have an instant jump, I don't think. No, he does not. Nope. Alright, so yeah, there's her jump-ins and also her air grab. It sends the opponent backwards. And on knockdown, of course, he can. He doesn't really have any follow-ups afterwards, unless, of course, they don't quick rise. Now those are anti-airs and her jumps. And of course, oh yeah, her super. Hits like a fireball at a max range, so it can actually go through projectiles. And it can work as an anti-air. And of course, as a confirm. They jumped in on me. If I time it right, there, it should hit. And it hits his anti-air. No, that does not work. If it hits too deep, then yeah, that won't work. But if you just use it as a regular anti-air, then it will work just fine. As far as her movement. Her movement's very good. Very good walk speed. And dash speed as well. And to take advantage of her movement across the screen.